and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining another video with me. I am down at Rising Star, Texas at my father and his wife's property at L&M Lake and Golf Retreat. Just got back from Odessa. Had a little bit of work I had to tend to. It's not all fun and games. I also work on the side. The dock is now 150 yards roughly. Maybe not that far, but it's a long way from the water. All this area right over here is all shallow. All that's probably maybe 2.5 feet deep max, all the way across. And then as you get all the way down closer to the dam over there, we still have a little bit of depth, but being the lake as low as it is, we're not gonna put any more pressure on these bass than they already feel. So I'm just here checking on the property, make a quick lap, make sure everything inside that beautiful place there is up to snuff. And then also make sure everything back behind me is in good standing also. And if it's not, we'll address it while I'm here. For right now, let's check out what's going on here at the property. Let's go. There is my SLX DC. Treble hook, it's baited. This has become a catfish rig. Glad to see that it's inside that PVC pipe. Take this back up. If and when this lake fills back up, it is gonna be amazing out here. I can't wait. Please give us a little bit of Wayne. Moving on. Here's another line. There's nothing on it. Guess we can just go ahead and put this back up. Let's go grab this other one. Holy moly. Stick City right here. Oh, there's a turtle that didn't make it. Another rod. Let's go ahead and grab that one. He's got these sticks everywhere. And this is another rod, and it is not out. Perfect. I thought maybe he had some lines hooked up, and I thought maybe there was a possibility we would have a fish. While we're on this side, let's go ahead and just make a quick lap. We're gonna drive around to the on the west side of the property here. It's where we do our deer hunting. So let's take a look. So just real quickly, I want to explain what I just drove around. So as you can see, this is a open field, was a pecan orchard. These are all pecan trees that are in here. Grass and the weeds have grown up just a little bit. They were a lot taller whenever, you know, Dad got the place, but with some tractors and brush hogs, a little bit of sweat and labor, was able to knock it down, clear this land out, get rid of a bunch of vines that were around all these pecan trees. So it looks nice, it's wide open. But anyways, right back around here, that track I just made, we've probably got, I don't know, right in there is probably 10 acres that is just thick cover. And there's several spots in there where the deer actually bed down. It's the high side of the property. And then of course, right down here, you've got water. Squirrels, rabbits, raccoons, possums, armadillos, all that stuff's out here. Hogs. And of course with the, you know, the water source right there brings life to everything. So this is where we do our hunting. As you can see, there's a, you know, there's a deer blind up there. Coyotes run around here too. So cool place. Glad I got to show you that, but let's just keep moving on, okay? All right, here is a I guess the furthest west point of the land, which you got this back gate. We never use this. We never come in from this side. We come in from the east side. But again, another thick area of cover back here. And then look at this, guys. This is really neat. I'm not gonna pretend to be an oil and gas guy, It's obviously some sort of big tank that holds this natural gas that is getting pumped out of the ground. Here in a second, I'll take you down to the actual pump jack that's down there. But this is on the property. It's really cool. We don't have the mineral rights to the place. And when I say we, I mean my dad. I don't own anything out here other than the GoPro that I'm using right now. That's it. But I thought it was cool. I wanted to show you that. But yeah, there's the pump jack right there. You may have noticed it whenever I drove by. You may not have, but now you can see it. Pumping that natural gas. Pretty sweet. Are we just gonna act like we didn't see a hog skull stuck in a tree there? Somebody had to have placed that there. Oh, the cutters fell off. Only 3 of them were on there. Look at that, that is neat. Bottom jaw, top jaw, you tell me. I'm guessing that's the bottom. How cool is that? That's freaking cool. Put that back in there. Bro, you are ugly. You teeth the jack, fool. Well, let's just go ahead and put this back. There we go. It's like I never touched it. Whoops. Didn't mean to knock your teeth out there, hog. Here is the golf course side. So this hole right here, I believe, is number 4. It's par 5. Number 5 comes back, it's a par 5. Then you got 6 is a par 4. 7 come back to par 4. 8 par 3, and then 9's a par 4 coming back to the house. But the hogs were tearing up this side. They were infested over here. He spent a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of man hours, a lot of sweat, building the irrigation system, which he pumped water out of the lake, fed this whole golf course. Our friends, the hogs, decided that they would come over here, use their cutters, root up this ground. The hogs kept tearing up this golf course. It makes sense, right? It was green, the land was, the soil was nice. I'm sure there was grubs and worms all over the place in there, and these hogs just tore it all up. So what he did was he built a fence, put it all around it. And since he's put this fence up, there's not been any hog damage. Let's drive the golf course property. There's a gate open, why not, right? I was hunting out of this deer blind. I've logged several hours out of that, maybe 2 years worth without seeing a whole lot of deer activity. I'm talking I logged lots of hours, but so the end of the season I was hunting, and here we go. This is why we check the fence line. I'll get back to my story, but that's why you check the fence line. So coyotes love coming over here, digging holes and getting in. I need to hop on the other side of the fence, so hang on, let me fix this real quick. Now I know what I just did is probably not going to keep the coyotes out for long, but you see we had a hole there, coyotes dug through. We always like checking the fence line, make sure we can prevent as much animals as you can. Coyotes are fine coming through here. The problem is we don't want to give the hogs any way to get in other than that big open gate, huh? We fixed that up. But yeah, I killed a big buck out of that deer blind last, I don't know, 15 minutes of light. And from behind me, I saw a big, just this big dark body come out. And then of course followed the body up to the back, up to the neck, up to the head, and then just this nice widespread rack, big mature buck. He came up, I put the rifle out. He was hot on a doe or hot on letting some other buck know that he was the big dog in town. Hair was fluffed out. I put the rifle in the window. Deer just kept going. I couldn't stop. You know, I tried doing what I see people do on, you know, the TV shows where they grunt at them and stop, slow them down. I wasn't slowing this buck down. He was on a mission. Ran out a window in the deer blind, hopped out of the deer blind. I mean, there's tons of oak trees out here, so acorns, of course, were all on the ground. I mean, I stepped on every acorn that there was. There was no dodging them. Trying to be as quiet as I could, just crunching all these acorns. But even me stepping on these acorns, I didn't distract this deer. I worked myself around a tree, got within, you know, 50 yards of that buck, and noticed that he had stopped and he was scraping up on this tree. Dropped down. I've got a 6.5 PRC Creedmoor. It has a setup. It has some bipods on it. So I dropped the bipods, but the grass was so tall I couldn't get a shot. I was on the ground staring at nothing but grass. Remembered that my bipods have extensions on them, so I pulled the extensions down. Gave me about 3 more inches of visibility, 3.5 maybe. And just with that, I was able to see that buck's neck. So saw him, was running out of light, squeezed the trigger, and that buck just dropped. And it was the biggest buck I ever killed. But really cool story. I saw that deer blind back there, so I thought about it and wanted to share. Here's pump jack number 2 on the property. As you can tell, this one right here is not moving. She must be a little tired. I don't know if she's tired, or I don't know if they run on timers and they only pump certain amounts of time. Like I said, I'm not an oil and gas guy, don't care to be. But I just think it's cool that they're out here on the land. And I also think it kind of sucks that you don't have the rights to it. How can you own the property and all the gas rights that are on the property you don't get? I don't get it. Kind of sounds like it's yours. There's a bee. Josh would be freaking out. Pump jack number 3. I forgot about that one, and it's the closest to the house. All right, we made it back. This is one of the newest additions to the property. It's always been here, but it wasn't finished. All it was concrete. But as you can see, there is a 18-hole putt-putt course. I mean, there's tons of cool stuff to do out here. It's really cool. We're grateful. I'm grateful that, you know, we've got something like this that we can bring my family and kids down to. Lots of cool stuff that we can do out here. Truly grateful for it. It's also lit up, so this is something that you can come do out here at night. We're just getting over this winter season, so we haven't been able to come out here as much as we want. It's cold. But yeah, so there's a small little tour of the property. Got to show you where we hunt. You got to see the levels of the lake. It's low. Got to see the putt-putt course. You got to saw the, you know, the golf course side where the fence line was put up. We drove the fence line, had one small hole. I'm gonna go ahead and lock up everything out here. Then we're gonna get in the car. We're gonna head back towards Fort Worth. I'm gonna try to stop at least once, do a little bit of fishing, but I don't know, I may not. We may end it here. If you don't see any fishing, I had a fun time. If you do see some fishing, hopefully we catch a fish. Anyways, next time, see ya.